Well, today we're going to talk about ideas that are going to benefit you long term. One of our very good followers of the 31-Day Money Challenge, Trish, thank you Trish, gave me a great idea the other day. She was actually talking about the fact that she had planted some lettuce, I think, from her garden because she loves to have salad for lunch, and that's one way that she can save money. And you know what? We'd actually just purchased $30 worth of seedlings that day. And she said to me, how did you manage to do that? Did you put it in your lifestyle? Did you put it in your food budget? Well, we actually managed to reduce our food budget that week. So we thought, well, why not spend the money that we've saved on seedlings? So we spent $30 on seedlings, and I think we've planted pumpkin and capsicum and zucchini and beans and tomatoes. So I think that was about it. And what that will do for us now is that we will have those things long term. Now, sure, oftentimes when you do plant veggies and they come ready, we find that they're cheap. They're very cheap in the shops, and that's quite right. You're quite right with all of that. But what I've also found is that they're a lot tastier when they come from your garden, and the actual pleasure of picking something from your garden and using it is a really good pleasure. And it's actually quite therapeutic to dig in your garden. I never used to think so. I used to think that was a real chore, but I'm actually really enjoying it. And the abundance of produce that you get and the fact that you can give to other people. One of the things that I really love is to encourage people to be generous, because that's one of the things that I've found with the secret of doing well financially is to be generous. And we're not just talking about giving away money, but giving away your time, going the extra mile when it comes to your work or with family and friends, helping out where you can do, but also sharing the produce in your garden. You know, if you have an abundance of apples on your apple tree, make some apple pies, give them away. Things like that. Well, it's the same with zucchinis, and I'll tell you a bit of a funny story. Not just zucchinis, things in your garden, but zucchinis is very apt for me. We once planted 4 zucchini plants, and that is way too many to feed our family. And I do remember finding recipes, what can you do with zucchini, and Googling it and making zucchini chocolate cake and zucchini everything. And we did learn to love zucchinis, but we did get sick of them. And I remember walking down the street knocking on everybody's door. Anybody want any zucchinis? And they were all really excited at first, but when I went 2 or 3 weeks in a row, they'd go, still got the ones from last week. I haven't done anything yet. And I'd say, well, send me your recipes. I've got so many zucchinis. So just be careful about the amounts that you produce. Yes, you can sell them by the side of the road for something. You can give them to family and friends, but you will find they'll produce a lot. So be very thoughtful about what you actually eat. We only ever plant the things that we absolutely love so that we don't get sick of them. And of course, remember, you can always blanch things and freeze them, but for that you need a freezer. So it is good time saving, good pocket saving, all of those things, but be careful that you can actually use them and your family really love them. So a great tip, Trish. Thank you very much for that. It is something that we do like to do, and we're starting to do more and more. I'm not very good at growing lettuces, so I've never done that. I've done it 1 or 2 times and they've been absolute flops. So I'd figure I'll just always buy my lettuce. But things that grow really well are the things that we do now grow, and they're very tasty. So why not give it a go? It's more like a long-term saving than a short one. Anyway, all the best.